Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing the series of videos where I'm going through all of my makeup, or at least most of my makeup, and doing swatches. For the purpose of this video, gather up everything here, if I can. We are going to be doing my blushes, bronzers, highlighters, and I'm throwing them everywhere because I've got so many I can't hold them all up. We're going to start out probably with the blushes, just because that seems to be the one that I have the least amount of, is various shades of blush. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to do blush first. So let's start off with this one, which is my Steve Laurent Blush Rosé All Day. This came in the July-August Live Beauty bag. And there we have it. It's a nice light, kind of a pinkish shade. I really like this color. It looks really nice on me. Most of my blushes are going to be very similar in shade because I use colors that work well with my skin. This one is LA Colors Rad Rouge in the shade Chill. I found this one at the dollar store in a discount bin, I'm not going to lie. And here we have it. It's a lighter shade, almost shimmery in comparison to the Steve Laurent, Steve Laurent that I swatched first. It's not one that I wear very often because it's almost more of a highlight on me than a blush, but I like it. This one, I honestly don't remember what brand it is, but again, it's dollar store makeup because I'm cheap like that. And we'll swatch it right under here. And again, it's just a really light, shimmery pink shade. Next, we have the blush portion over here of the Pacifica that came in one of my Ipsy bags. And we will swatch it right here. And again, you can tell it's within the same color family as the others. I don't branch out a whole lot in my blushes. Next, we will do the 3 blush shades from the In the Balm of Your Hand Volume 2 that came from Ipsy. We've got Down Boy, Frat Boy, and Insta. Okay. This is Down Boy. This is Frat Boy, and this is Insta. And I'm sure by looking at these in comparison to the others, you can pretty much guess that I use Down Boy and Frat Boy most often. Then we have this huge palette here, which has blush, bronzer, and highlighter. It is an LA Colors palette, and I got it, again, from the dollar store. This is something that I bought when I had to replace all of my makeup. They do not have shade names, but we will put the top one here, and here's the other one. And I use this one more so than this one, just because this one, again, almost completely disappears in my skin. And then I have these absolutely wonderful little blush papers, which came in a the care package that I received from my friend that I've mentioned many times over in these videos. She really outdid herself in creating that care package for me, and we will kind of swatch that a little bit right here. I use these most often when I'm on the go and just don't have the time to take to do my full face, and I just need something to add a little bit of color. So that covers all of my blushes. So I'm going to get a makeup wipe and take these swatches off. Like I said, I know they're all pretty much within the same color family. They're almost non-distinguishable from one another, but When you have really light skin, you have to be careful what you use because a lot of things just won't work. And it's going to be the same way with most of my bronzers. A lot of stuff just does not work well with my skin because it ends up being too dark, so I can't use it. But speaking of bronzers, let's go ahead and move into doing those swatches. And since I've still got it open, we will go ahead and start with this palette of bronzers. Now the shades that I use mostly as bronzer are this, sorry about the glare, this one, and this one are the bronzer shades in here that I use. So we'll go with the two on the bottom first, and this is the one that I use most often. And then there is this one that's darker, and then this is the, well, no, I guess the middle one is actually the darkest one of the three, but I use this one most often because it adds just a hint of color back to the skin. And then we have the bronzers that are in this, or the bronzer that is in this palette, which is Bahama Mama. And we'll swatch it right here. I have been using it quite a bit. I do like the shade. It's a little darker than what I tend to use. And I guess from the looks of it, that's all the bronzers that I actually have. So not a real wide selection, but enough that it gets me through what I need to do. Okay, so let's get those swatches off. And we will go ahead and move straight into swatching my highlighters. Now, highlighters, I have a lot of different options. And let's go ahead and start off with this one from the In the Palm of Your Hand. Mary Lou Manizer is the highlighter shade in here. We'll swatch it right here. And it adds just a little bit of shimmer. It has quickly become a favorite of mine. And then we have the highlight shades that are in the LA Colors, which there are 5 of them. These 2 and then these 3 up here at the top. Again, I apologize for the glare on the lid. These 2 down here and then the 3 up here at the top. And we'll start with the 3 on top first. Here is the first one, the second one, and the third one. And all 3 of these I really like. This one here in the middle I like the best because it adds shimmer and it's got just a slight pink tone to it, which works well with my natural undertones. And then the 2 on the lower level, we'll swatch right here. And again, I use this one quite a bit too when I'm just looking to add a bit of brightness, just because it is almost gold in color, but it's just a very light gold. Up next, we will go into the Ofra highlighter in Star Island. This came in an Ipsy bag when they did a collaboration. And again, it's got a very gold tint to it. I really like it. I use it quite a bit. It's one that I thoroughly enjoy using. We have the Pixie by Petra Duo. It says it's a blush duo, but I use it as a highlighter in the shades Peach Honey. And we will swatch this one and this one separately. I usually end up blending them together when I put them on. And this one is almost a blush, but it's just a little lighter in shade to be worn as a blush by me. So I mix them together and use them that way for highlight. Next we have this one. It's in the shade Moondust. I honestly don't remember the brand. It came in an Ipsy bag and I threw away the outside packaging, which was not the smartest thing to do, but that's okay. So I honestly do not remember the brand. If it's something that you recognize and know the brand though, please feel free to leave it down in the comments. And that's it right there. I like the shade. It's just a slight shimmer to it, which is what highlighter is supposed to be. Next, we have Sugar Contour de Force Mini Highlight in the shade Champagne, which is yet again an Ipsy bag find. A lot of this has come from Ipsy or other similar beauty bags, and it's right there. I like it a lot. And that leaves us with my 3 cream highlighters. The first one we'll go into is Larizzi, and it is in the shade Utopia. And I'll swatch them on the inside of my wrist because they are a different texture. Here is Utopia. If you can see it. There we go. And it's just a slight pinkish shimmer. And then we have the Wander Beauty Catch the Light Highlighter and Glotion in the shade Celestial. We'll swatch it right here. And I like this one a lot. I like the feel of it. It goes on really smooth, really creamy, and the shape makes it really easy to apply. And then we have the True Glow Skin Illuminating Stick in the shade Universal Light from Universal Beauty. And this one came in yet another subscription box. We'll put it maybe right there. And I don't know if you can see it. It barely adds any color at all. It's almost more of a glitter effect, but not much of one. So I don't really use it a whole lot, but I keep it just because I do like it for just a little bit of tackiness. It's great. But that covers all of my blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. And next I will make another video that includes my foundations and concealers, because I've got a wide variety of foundations in a few different shades that I use throughout different parts of the year, and I've got a few different concealers for the same reason. But that covers everything. Don't forget to let me know down below if you want to see one big video for my lip products, or if you want me to break them down into a set of smaller, shorter videos. And I will see y'all next time. Bye!